So today we are going to discuss mainly. I'm recording the section, Sonia. You will be getting the recording. Don't worry. Okay? So you note down everything. So just written on the screen. So today what we are going to discuss is. So we will be discussing the structure, the pattern, like what are the laws that will be maintained in companies, and what they will do exactly, from where we are going to get the data in the real time, and in the learning stage, which means now where we will get the data. There are two different perspectives. In the real time, we will get the data from different source, and here we are going to get the data from different source. Okay. So why the difference also I will be telling you very clear. So let's say data. So first of all, we are going to start the module tab. Okay. So we are going to start the module tab. So first we'll have an overview of the Tableau, like what is the meaning of Tableau, everything. Then we'll come to the data. Okay. So Tableau is a tool. It is known as an analysis tool. Okay. So Tableau is an analysis tool which was built by a company, the most famous company called Salesforce, which was built by a company called Salesforce in the year 2003. Okay. In the year 2000. So it is the first tool in the market, irrespective of Excel. Okay. Already we have the Excel from 1990s. Okay. So keep the Excel apart, but we have the Tableau in the year 2003. So what is the purpose of using the tool Tableau? You can ask me, then what about Power BI? Power BI came recently around in 2015 by a company called Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft company invented a tool which is known as an Power BI in the year 2015. So before Tableau is there, so we'll go through the flow. Like let's say we'll see in the 2003 how the Tableau looks like. Then in the 2015 why Power BI becomes very famous. Everything you will see. So the point here is Tableau is an analysis tool which is used to convert the raw data into EDA. So raw data means the data which you can see with your eyes. Let's say, for example, I will open one data in front of you. Any some data, some random data. Let's open in front of you. For example, if I open SBI credit card. So I have opened the data in front of you. You can see the data. So no. For example, if I ask you what is the meaning of this, it is a word which is known as a south. So no. Suppose this is good, this is bad, this is poor, this is two. You can see the data. But immediately if I ask you, can you tell me what happens in the south region? What happens in the east region? Okay. If I target region wise and if I put the questions on top of you, we will be not having the answer. Yes or no? So raw data is nothing but, I will write here very clearly. So purpose of Tableau is nothing but raw data. So converting the raw data into EDA. Raw data into EDA. EDA means exploratory data analysis. Exploratory data analysis is nothing but graphical representation. Converting the Excel data into graphical manner. Okay. So let me open the browser, any browser in front of you. Suppose if I open the browser here, let's say for example, if I open any graphical representations, see, this is how you can see the reports. You can convert the raw data into EDA. Nowhere we should mention it's a graphical kind of word. We need to mention EDA. Okay, it's a perfect word which will be used in the companies. Okay, EDA means exploratory data analysis. For that, we are going to use Tableau. It is developed in 2003. We need to download the tool and we need to learn the tool. Everything is common. So how we do for all the tools? The point here is to convert the data into the EDA format. First, we need the data. If there is no data, how can we convert them into EDA format? So no. So our main target should be data. Our main target should be data. Okay. So we know data means information, so and so, so. The point here is in the real time, from where a data analyst or data scientist, from where they will get the data. So first let's see them clearly. After that, in a learning perspective, in a learning stage, from where we will be getting the data, that also we will see very, very clearly. Should be somewhere. Okay. For example, I will give one best example here. Let's say you are having, let's say for example, this is a TCS company. Okay. TCS company, I'm just mentioning the example. Imagine this is TCS company. TCS company, they got a project, for example, some data AI project or data science or AI or data analysis project, anything. So the point here is Apollo hospitals, do you know? I hope everyone knows the Apollo hospitals. For example, Apollo hospital is the person they want to know in 1 year or in 2 years or from the last 5 years. So what is happening in their organization? What kind of patients are coming? So all these things they want to know. So now the Apollo people will become the client for the TCS. Okay. So Apollo people are giving the project to the TCS company. What project? They want to find out. Okay. So they want to find out. For example, let's say the requirements, let's say the requirement. So what happens? So what happens in the organization? Which means what kind of patients are coming more. Let's say cancer patients are coming more or some other patients are coming more. Okay, they want to know exactly what happens in 1 year or 2 year or 5 year span of time. Point number two, what changes they need to do. Okay, so the point is what changes they need to do. If there is any drawbacks, definitely they need to do some changes. So what changes they need to do? All these are requirements for the Apollo people. So they are giving the data, complete Apollo data to the TCS company. So now Apollo people is the client and TCS is the working person. So immediately what this TCS company will do, so they will discuss about the budget. So okay, this project will take a 3 years or 5 years span of time for the development, for the maintenance, another 5 years. Some discussions will be done, budgets will be done, everything will be done. Immediately, once the Apollo people release the budget to the TCS company, they will give the money because they are doing the project now for us. So they will give the money to the TCS company. Immediately, TCS company, what it will do? It will keep the post. Number one, what is the project about? Number one, they need to work on the data, patient's data. Complete hospital data means patient's data only, no? So what they need? They need number one, only data related people. No web application, no mobile application, no embedding devices, no Jetson, no Raspberry Pi, no other kind of people they don't need. They need only the people who are data related people. Who are data related people in the market? Data related people is data engineer, data analyst, okay, business analyst, okay, data scientist, okay, and DevOps people, AWS DevOps. Okay, in this example, I will tell you. So what you are going to do in the course. Okay, what this business analyst will do exactly, you will get to know very, very clearly. And also the software engineering. Okay, the software engineering. Let's say once the agreements has been done between the Apollo, the client, and the TCS company. Point number one, TCS company, they will keep some job portals. They will hide the people. So number one, they will hire data engineers. Okay. So data engineer is the main person. Okay, not the data analyst or data scientist or AI engineers. All this is secondary. Okay. So data engineer is the main person. He will do only one thing in the company. So first TCS company is hiring data engineer. So what this data engineer will do? Number one, data engineer will be in touch with the TCS database. So the main purpose of data engineer is we don't know what he will do. Nothing like the point here is he will take the patient's data and he will keep in the TCS database. Okay. So Apollo company has the data. He won't give the data directly. So will he come and will give the Excel sheets? No. So the data engineers, whatever the knowledge that he has, let's say I think you have heard the word Hadoop, Spark, okay, big data. So these kind of tools are there, no? So he will learn everything like web scraping, all these things he will learn, and he will pull the data from the either Apollo databases or some other databases. Different APIs are there. So he will be connecting with some other servers, might be anything. He will take the data. So data engineer, first of all, he will collect the data. The purpose of data engineer is collect the data. After collecting data, what data engineer will do? He will keep inside the database. So finally, the data came to the TCS. Okay, this is the main agenda. Only this part will take around 3 to 4 months of time. Okay, so it is not going to happen in a single day in real time. So 3 to 4 months of time will be only taking the time, like long time, because let's say only 2 to 3 months of data is there, or the client is giving you only 2 to 3 months of data. Then what you will do? So data engineers, they will collect the same kind of data from some other hospitals without knowing their knowledge using the web scraping. Let's say, for example, Apollo is there, Yashoda hospitals are there. So mostly there are highly hospitals only. Most of the patients will be similar. Not exactly, but 60 to 70% of probability is there. So we can target the Yashoda patients also. So like that, we will pull the data and we'll clear the data, we'll clean the data. All these things will be happened by the data engineer, and he will keep the data in the database, in company's database. Now who will come? Now comes data analyst. Okay. Now the data analyst team will be ready. So what they will be doing is they will connect with the database. They will take the data. Okay. Only one time will it happens? Only one time. So for example, okay, data engineer is collecting the data and he is keeping in the database. Done. So for the next 3 years, this is the data. No. So continuously, every month, the data engineer's job is to pull the data, keep here, pull the data, keep here. The data analyst will take the data, will do analysis. Take the data, he will do the analysis. This is continuous process. Okay. So in the learning stage, it will be different, but in the real time, it will be different. Okay. So continuously, the data analyst will take the data from the database. So what this data analyst will do normally, whatever the tools that he know, let's say mainly Tableau, Power BI, and the Python. Okay, libraries, different libraries. SQL. You know why we are learning SQL? Data analyst should communicate with the databases, or no? Without communicating with the database, will he get the data? So here, if we want to communicate with the database, who is the mediator? SQL is the mediator. So let's say, for example, if you are a database, you are having the data. I am an employee. I can't directly speak with the software. So this is not an AI application. If I speak, it is going to speak back with me. That is not at all possible in the real. So what I will do, I will use a mediator, which is SQL. SQL is a mediator that it will communicate with the database and it will give me whatever I want. Okay. So that's why we are learning SQL. Okay. Power BI, we will use Tableau, we will use Excel, we will use Python, and we will do all the analysis. This data analyst people will do all the analysis. Finally, he will develop a report. Okay. He will develop a report, documentation, dashboard, or storytelling, everything will be there. We'll discuss one by one in the classes, don't worry in that. So what he will do, he will report, he will make the report and he will submit to the client. So this is what happening in your organization. Only cancer related patients are coming over, diabetes related patients are coming over. So some other kind of patients are not coming over. So all these things, whatever you understood from the data, you will be telling to the Apollo client. Okay. Next. After that, is it completed? No. So what you will tell as a data analyst, you will tell to the client, so and so drawbacks are there in your organization. If you do these changes, might be there is an improvement. Okay. So here you need to listen very carefully. Data analyst will make the report. What he is doing, he is telling you do these changes in the organization so that organization might become they can increase the revenue or they can increase whatever they want. The point here is it's an option. So, for example, I'm a data analyst. I'm telling the client, I'm telling the Apollo people like if you do some changes, if you increase the equipment or if you increase the better staff or better doctors, you might increase the revenue. Something I told to the client. And immediately what my client will say, how much guarantee you can give? So now everyone will ask the guarantee. So immediately on the time, there will be a person who is known as a data scientist. Okay. So data scientist will come. What this data scientist will do is, okay, how the data analyst is collecting the data. In the same way, data scientist also will collect the data from the database. If the 50 to 60% of the work is doing by the data analyst, 100 to 100% of the work will be done by the data scientist because he will learn everything. Machine learning, advanced machine learning, AI, deep learning, lot of analysis we can do. So data scientist, what he will do, he will also make the report. He will also make the report along with the predictions. So the data scientist will say, if you increase the equipment, if you increase the staff, the probability out of 100 percentage, the probability of increasing the revenue is 96 percentage. For example, let's say if there is a rain going on outside, tomorrow morning, if we open the news channel, they will be telling for the next 3 to 4 days, rains are there. Exactly, not 100 to 100 percentage, 90%, 2 to 3 days rains will be. Sir, no? If they tell in the news channels, who is telling? Data scientist is telling. Okay. So if it is a ML project means machine learning engineer, images means deep learning engineer, text data means NLP engineer. The role will change based on the data. But the main agenda of this artificial intelligence and data scientist is not only analysis but also prediction. Okay. So he will not only give the report but also prediction. So okay, you got to know data engineer what he will do, data analyst what he will do, and data scientist what he will do. Here there is a person called business analyst. So now what he will do, most of the people will ask like business analyst, business analyst. So what this business analyst will do, for example, imagine one of my friend is data analyst and me data scientist. I want to take my reports in front of the client, yes or no? So directly I will take a call and I will submit. It's not possible. So first we will share everything. We'll discuss with the manager, team lead, module lead. Then we will submit to the business analyst. So business analyst is the person. He will be here, like he is a mediator. He will take our work and he will go to the client. Client will scold him. He will come and he will scold us. Again, this process will be repeated. Okay. So this is the business analyst. So he will manage the business between the client and the people who are working, including the manager also. Okay. That is what business analyst will do. Now, okay, you are doing everything. Okay. If this application, for example, I will show you one thing. Now I want to find out Tableau is better to learn or Power BI is better initially. So you have a small time, for example, you have only 1 month of time or 20 days of time and you want to learn a tool. Okay. So which one is better? What I will do immediately, I will go to Google Friends. Click on Explore. So here I will be doing, so whether I want to learn Tableau or whether I want to learn, let's say Power BI. If I come down, you see here, this is the analysis. So if you see here, 28, currently the 28 people are using Tableau and 8 people are using Power BI. Let's say if we see in the 2020, 100 to 100% of the people are using Tableau only. 0 people are using Power BI on the time on long back, like around 4 to 5 years back. So if you see after 4 years, next after 4 years, around in 2028 or 2020, 30 or something like that, there will be no Tableau, only Power BI will be there. Okay, Power BI is moving up currently. I'm telling after 4 to 5, the tool, let's say, whatever the tool they designed, Tableau, it's a old tool, it's not so user friendly. For example, WhatsApp came to live first or Telegram first. Telegram is the first. Telegram is an application which was developed by the college people. VIT college, which college? Vellore Institute of Technology. Okay, the passed out people, they developed a Telegram. Okay, in India. It's an Indian application. Okay, but why it won't become very famous? If you see the first version of the WhatsApp, the first version of the Telegram, both are same. Not current WhatsApp. The first, when we use the WhatsApp, no status, nothing now. Simply messages, stickers, kind of things will be there. Both are copy paste. But why WhatsApp becomes very, very famous? Because the UI. So now Telegram is very hard to understand. Snapchat is very hard to understand. So no, Instagram is very easy to understand. In the same way, Tableau is very hard to understand. The UI is very hard. Let's say Power BI is very, very easy. Anybody can learn. So both are same, both do same job, but the representation is different. So that's why most of the people, for example, let's say you learn Tableau and you learn Power BI. You are liking Power BI. What you use? Power BI, So that's why the Tableau is going down and the Power BI is becoming. Okay. So definitely on one day, Power BI is going to break. This is for sure. Okay. So now see, I am going to the online and I am checking the analysis in each state what is happening. Everything I can see. Now this is in the live. Yes or no? It is in the internet. I am watching. So like that, whatever the work that we have done till now, if it should be in the live, some other customers need to use them. Okay, third party people. Okay, outside people. If they want to use our application, whatever we have done. So what we will do? We will submit all this work, whatever the work we have done till now, we will submit to AWS DevOps people. Okay, AWS and DevOps people. What is the meaning of DevOps? Development plus operations. Okay, they will take our application, they will maintain in the cloud. Okay, so that customers can, we will give an API www.facebook.com. So they will click, they can watch our applications. Okay. And what about the software engineers? They should maintain, no? So without having any restrictions or any issues, the software engineers will sit and they will maintain the application. Let's say, for example, 10 crore people are, when the Dhoni comes to the IPL match, till then 1 crore or 2 crore people will watch the match. Immediately it goes to the 10 crore. Yes or no? So if there is no software engineer, no DevOps people, 10 crore inputs at a time means how the system will handle, how the application should be. Yes or no? So everything will be maintained by the DevOps and software engineer in the cloud. Okay, that is not our point of view. We are analysts and scientists. So we are going to develop the applications. So this is the structure. So exactly the roles and responsibilities, what they will do. So the point here is coming back to data. So anywhere if you see what we need mainly, if I want to start any project or anything, the main priority is data. Okay. So in the real time, the data engineers will get the data and give it to us so we can do whatever operations we want. So the point here is in the learning stage. We are in the learning stage. We need the data. So will any data engineer will come and give the data for us? No. Okay. So that also we can do. I told you in the web scraping. So for example, in the web scraping, I will tell you how to do it. So if I want to pull any data from the internet, so I can go to the inspect. So from this, we can pull the data. That possibility is there. Okay. From this, we can pull the data. So what I will do is this we will see in upcoming sections. Don't worry. Like exactly as a data engineer, how can we pull the data also we will see. So the point here is, let's say now we are in the learning stage, we need the data. Now we are in the learning stage, we need the data. So from where we will get the data? Where is the database? So we
So
need for free. Who is going to make the money here? You got my point? So what I'm saying is I need the data for free in the learning stage.
your
So
your voice is getting very low sometimes.
is it clear now? Okay. So data. So there is a community basically in the online. So that community, most of the people I think hear that word is known as a Kaggle. Okay. So there is a community called Kaggle. Okay. So Kaggle is a basically it's a company. We call them as a community. It was developed in 2010 by two software engineers. By two software engineers. So, sir, what is this community? So, what is this Kaggle? So, for example, see, imagine there are two different people. There are two different people. So, one of the person name is John. Okay. And another person name is suppose Peter. So, Peter is from UK and John is from USA, for example. There are two different people. One person name is John, who is from USA, and another person name is Peter, who is from UK. There are two different people. Okay? So I need the data. So I will use the Kaggle. But I will tell you what is this Kaggle, everything. There are two different people, John from USA, Peter from UK. Okay. Done. The point here is John is very much interested in data collection. There will be few people who will do R&D, research and development. They will only roam around the world and they will collect the data. Okay, they have some people will have that curiosity. Okay, so imagine John is also one of the person. So John is a person who want to collect Titanic data, for example. So he want to know how many people survived in the Titanic ship. Like he want to know how many people died in the Titanic ship. So what are the details? What is the name? At what age he died? Whether he is alive or not in the ship. So all the details that particular person John want to know. So what he will do? He will go to some other street. He will take a paper pen and he will ask everyone. So whether in your family anyone traveled in the Titanic ship. Of course it happened 100 years back only. For example, 100 years back, my grandfather or some other person traveled in the Titanic ship. So that message will be carried, yes or no, till now. So I can easily guess. Yes, 100 years back, one of my family member traveled in the Titanic ship. Anybody will know that in their family. So John is a person who is going to every house and he is asking whether anyone in your family traveled in the Titanic ship or not. If anybody says yes, one of my person in the family he traveled. So what I will tell, I will try to pull the details. So the name, the age, everything. If I got okay, if they don't tell, I can't do it. So mostly in India, they won't tell the details, but foreign they will tell the details. Yeah. So like that, John is the person. He is roaming everywhere, and he will collect the data. Okay, some data he collected previously before 2010, around 2005 or 2000 or 1990s. They used to release the data. So whatever the data that they created, they used to take the license and they used to publish through the articles or some other way. But what happens is this company, this Kaggle company is there now. So this Kaggle company is a very good company. Why? Because they got to know the data is going to rule the world. So what they have done, anyone in the world, if they do the research, if they develop the data, suppose John is the person, he has done some research now. What was the research that he has done? Titanic data. So he can keep the data in the Kaggle. Okay. So I will do the research and I can upload the data into the Kaggle. And in the same way, there is one more person whose name is Peter. He is also very much interested in collecting the data. Same Titanic data only. He can also do, no problem in that. So he is also doing and he is also uploading to the Kaggle community. Okay, like that. Imagine how many people will do the research and how many people added the data to the Kaggle community from the last 15 years. From the last 15 years, if you go to the Kaggle, it's free, everyone, because they are going to upload and we don't know like what they are going to make the payment or something like that. But for the users, we can get the data for free. Whatever the data that you want, every data will be available in the Kaggle. You need the text data, you need the image, videos, or you need the Excel sheet data, speech data, waves data. Any data is available. In these people, yes, yes. For example, government data is there. It should not be uploaded anywhere. Okay, so that should not be uploaded. If you upload it means they will get the case. Okay. So confidential data, no one will upload. That's okay. Okay, finally, all the data in the world who are doing the research will upload to the Kaggle community. Now let's see how this looks like. Because we are going to start doing the Tableau. We need the data. I will go to the Tableau and I will pull the data inside. So let's go to the Kaggle. So what you have to do is everyone go to the internet. Once going to the internet, what you have to do is you just and type Kaggle. Okay. So type Kaggle. So can you see here? Your machine learning and data science community. Only Kaggle company is useful for data analysis, data science, AI people. No Java developer, no DevOps, nothing here. Only for data related people. Okay. Because only those people will use the data. Yes or no? So now I will click on it. Already I have the account. So if what you have to do is see, click on the register. Just click on the register with mail, give your mail ID, some mail ID you give. Okay. I think it will ask the password also. It's an open source. Okay. You just give your mail ID and password, automatically account will be created. No OTPs, nothing. Okay. Anyone can use it. Okay. So this is how it looks like. So in the Kaggle, let's say the people who want to do artificial intelligence also they can do. Okay. Using the graphic cards. There is no need of buying lakhs of rupees laptops, nothing. If you have a small laptop also in the online source, you can use the high-end graphic cards and for free, and we can develop the data science applications and AI applications also. So the point here is, let's say, the point here is, this is how the Kaggle looks like. Okay. So this is how the Kaggle looks like. So the question is here, don't think Kaggle is a company only for the data. Okay, only for the data. Can you see a option here? Competitions option. Can you see competitions options in a second? So let's say lot of people will upload the data into the Kaggle community. Okay, lot of people will upload the data into the Kaggle. So the best data will be there, yes or no? The best data. Okay, suppose if there is a normal data means okay, no problem. But some people will upload high quality data. So what this Kaggle company will do? So Kaggle company, the best data set will select and it will keep the competitions. Okay? It will keep the competitions. For example, see, 1,10,000 for this particular one. Say they will only give the data. They will only give the data, and they will ask you to develop machine learning on top of. I mean predictions. What happens on top of this data after 5 years? So if you develop properly, and if you are the number one in the leaderboard, if you are the number one in the leaderboard, you are going to get $1,10,000. Okay. So lot of competitions are there. See, lot of competitions are there. And if you win the five positions will be there. One, two, three, four, five. Top five positions will get the same amount. Okay. So competitions also will be there. You can develop whatever AI also you can develop here. But mainly why we are here normally? We are here in the Kaggle to get the data. So what you have to do is go to the search option here. Can you see the search option? So now I want some people, John and Peter uploaded the Titanic data. I want to get the Titanic data because I am the user. I want to download the Titanic data. So I'm going to the search option. In the search option, I'm searching Titanic. Just I'm typing Titanic. See, Titanic. If I click on the Titanic data, a lot of options are coming here. In that, your focus should be in that your focus should be this one. Okay, notebooks means 21,000 people has developed the machine learning on top of it. 5,000 people has keep the comment. Okay, and if you see the competitions, these are okay to do the competitions, developing the code, but we need the data only. Yes or no? If you see here, 483 people. Here only two people are there. Yes or no? Select it. In the same way, 483 people uploaded the data. See, Titanic data. So one of the person name is Brenda, Yasir, Shubham. So different people are there. Some people will take the, so for example, if I am the one of the person, I will take this person's data, will do some changes, and that also we can add. Okay. If the community approves, you will get the mail, approve mail. If they approves, automatically my data will be also available. So finally, we have the lot of people data in front of us. In that, which one we need? Can you see here? First one, more the people who are having the more downloads. So these people are having more downloads. So what I'm going to do? I'm going to click on first. So they will give the proper description. So what is this data? What you have to do? Everything, a proper description will be given. Okay. So now you have to download the data. Before downloading the data, your focus should be here. What they are telling? 10 of 12 columns. There are 12 columns in the data. But how many selected? 10. But how many we need? 12 out of 12. So I'm going to click on it. Okay, I'm going to click on it. Select all, apply. So 12 to 12 columns, everything selected. Now most of the people will use this option, this download option. It won't download properly, I'm telling you. Okay, let's say this is internet. Okay, for example, this is internet. This is your laptop. Remember when you download the data, I'm not telling you about the movies or files or anything. Mainly the data, Excel sheets, PowerPoints from the internet sources. Whenever we are downloading the data through the network, network means what? HTTPS. You can see that. Like without networks, can we access the internet? It's not possible. So from the internet, if I download the data into my laptop, definitely in the middle the data will be missed or it's corrupted something. Okay, it's not so good. How we expect it won't be in the proper way in my laptop. So what we have to do before I am going to download. Okay, so before I am going to download the data into my laptop, what I will do is I will zip it. So this lot of people will confuse here. Zip is nothing but I want to travel from here to Vishakhapatnam, for example. I will take a bag. I will keep everything inside the bag. I will zip it. I will go to the Vishakhapatnam. Till there, I won't open the bag. Once going there, I will open the back. Everything will be safe side or not. Nothing will be missed. Here also, from in the internet, first I will zip everything. Whatever the data that I want, I will keep inside a folder. I will keep a zip. Okay. I will download it. Once it is coming to my laptop, I will unzip it. Simple. Got my point? So that is very, very important. Why? Because in the real time, your team leader is here, your team leader is working here, and you are one of the intern person or a fresher or might be anything. If you want to send the file to your team leader also through the WhatsApp, if you send normally, he won't accept. Okay. From here to here also, we need to zip and we need to send. He will unzip it. Okay. Because the data should be safe side. So what I'm going to do in that case, we need to use this option. Okay. I need to use this particular option. So let's say I'm going to click on the download option. I'm going to click on the download option. I will give some name. Some name I will give. For example, I'm giving my. Okay. We can see compressed zip folder, which means the folder name looks like Kamal, but it will be zipped. Okay. It will be zipped. Okay. It is done. Okay. Let's go to the location. Let's go to the location. A lot of things are there. Can you see here can you see a folder here? Yes or no? So folder looking like zip or not. Now I need to unzip it. Okay. So what I will do, click on it, right click on it. Can you see here WinRAR option? I hope most of the laptops default option. It will be available defaultly. If not, let me know. I will tell you how to download, install everything. WinRAR extract files, which means open the zip. If I click on it, what this pop-up is telling? Where to open the zip? In this location only should I open, or should I open on the desktop, or should I open on the documents? Some the location also preferable, right? So I am telling, please open the zip here only. See, in the same location, please open the zip. See, zip is open. Can you see here? I'm going inside. Now see, there is an Excel sheet. So no, there is an Excel sheet. I'm going to open the Excel sheet in front of it. Can you see here? Titanic data. Do we pay any money? No. So in the learning stage, Kaggle will help us a lot in the learning stage. The point number 2 here is, sir, only the Kaggle is the option. There is no options, other options. There are a lot of options. In upcoming sections, we'll see one by one. Like GitHub is there, Git Bash is there. Like using the commands also, we can pull the data. A lot of things will be there. But I don't want to keep everything at a time. So as of now, yeah. Okay. So finally, I got the data in front of me. Let me close this. And as a data analyst or data scientist, what is the most important thing? Not to have the data, you know Tableau 100 percentage, you know Power BI 100 percentage, artificial intelligence 100 percentage, nothing. The point number 1 that you need to keep is you need to understand what is the purpose of a column. What is the purpose of that particular column? There will be some importance. So without the importance, why the data will come? Yes or no? So first we need to understand this Titanic data. Okay. First we need to understand. Now you can ask me, sir, you are having experience, so you can tell me the each column. But how we know as a freshers, how we can know the meaning of each and every column? Yes or no? So go to the Kaggle here, come down. So if you observe here, every column there will be explanation. For every column, there will be explanation why they are collecting the column, what is the purpose of column, they will mention very, very clearly. Got it? So let's say tag. Now I will tell you. Imagine only one row I will tell because every row belongs to one passenger. Okay, one person I will tell. Remaining all same story. There is a person called James. Okay, James is the person who is a male person whose age is 34. Okay, see the person who is being who collected the data. With the months also he collected. 4 years, 5 months means till May, I think so. James is the person whose male person age is 34. Okay. You see here SIBSP patch is there. SIBSP means siblings. Whether he is having any brothers or anyone in the ship, in the Titanic ship, whether he is traveling alone or any brothers or sisters, anyone is there. Patch means family, wife, children are there or not. So James is the person who is made 34 years, no brothers, nothing in the ship, and no wife, no children, nothing. So he is alone. Okay. So the ticket cost. The ticket cost is fare means ticket cost. $7. Ticket number will be there. Okay. So which cabin? So that person will be allocated in one cabin now. So when I am doing the research, nobody told me the cabin number what he said. So I can write randomly whatever I want. No. So the people who are doing the research, they are asking question. So James stayed in which cabin? Their family persons might tell we don't know in which cabin he traveled. So I will leave it empty. So it is empty or not? So when we are going to R&D, research and development for the data, if I got the details, okay. If I am not getting the details, I need to keep it empty. We should not fill whatever we want. That is not the proper way of developing the data. So see how clearly he got to know James' age. Nobody is there in the ship. He got to know ticket price, ticket number, but in which cabin he stayed. Okay, so it is empty. We call them as null values. Okay, we call them as null values. Embarked. Embarked means you see here from which port he entered into the ship. For example, from Visakhapatnam port or Chennai port or Kakinada port, from which port he entered into the ship. In the same way, Q means Kingston, I think so. There will be some name here. Let me show you. They will mention here very, very clearly. So select all the columns. You need to select all the columns, come down, go to that particular column, and you can see. See, Q means Queenstown, S means Southampton and Chun. Okay. The port names. So now James is the person. James is the person who entered from the Queenstown into the Titanic ship. Come here. He is one of the passenger. Every passenger will be having ID number, yes or no? Let's say, for example, 60 people are there in the class. 60 roll numbers will be there. What is the purpose of roll number? Identification, yes or no? In the JNTU college, 1,000 people will be there. Every person, one number will be there. ID number. Okay. So, James, 34 years age, he don't have anyone. So, he entered into the ship at Kingston and he is spending 7 rupees for the ticket. And you see, he is spending very less for the ticket. Of course, he will get the third class cabins only. If he is buying like 50 or $100, if he spend, he will be getting the first class cabins kind of thing. So the more we pay, the more the facilities. Okay? So this is for that P class. Now zero means what? James is the person who traveled in the Titanic ship, whose age is 34, entered into the ship at Kingston, and if you see here, he's a male category. Ticket he's spending 7 rupees, died in the ship. Zero means died. So how can you say sir means? Go here, come down. I'm going to the data only. I'm coming here. What they are telling? What they are telling here clearly in the data. Zero means 1 means alive. Now James in the Titanic ship due to that accident, the ship died in the shipwreck. That is, for example, let's take one more person. Kate. So she is female, 30 years old. 30 years old. No one is there. Ticket number, ticket price. She also entered from the Kingston. Of course, she was alive in the ship. Most of the children and the ladies has been saved in the Titanic ship. Yes or no? So proper data is in front of you. So like this, we can pull whatever the data that we want from the camera. If you want Hotstar data, go there, search, type Netflix data, for example. Netflix data means which movies are having high rating. Okay. What genre movies are having high rating. This kind of data, reviews. Let's say which movies are having, what genre movies are having high reviews. So those type of data you can collect. Hotstar data you can collect. IPL match data you can collect. Any data you can collect. Image data also you can collect. Not only Excel sheets, you can collect image data. Okay, you can collect everything. Mostly everything will be available in the Kaggle. So now what I'm trying to say is, are we going to work with the Titanic data set? No. Why? Because it is a very small data. Only 800 rows are there. So if there is a 800 rows, okay, 800 rows means how can you analyze the data? So very small data. 800 rows means not a very small data. So for that purpose, what we will do is we will take a very best data from the internet. You got to know, right? Understood, right? So from where we will get the data. So what we will do, we will take a very huge data, very proper data, and we will do the analysis. So I suggest everyone, if you want to learn properly, there are some domains that you need to target. Number one, healthcare domain. Number two, supermarkets. Number three, healthcare supermarket hotel managements. Okay, there are certain domains that you can target. For example, if we sit in front of Netflix data or Hotstar data, we can't learn the tool properly. The point why I'm telling is, if you want to utilize the tool properly, you need to have the best data. If you have the best data, all the options you will use. Okay. So if you are going to use all the options mostly, what will be having? You will get a most understanding on the, so that we need to keep in mind. So we need a best data. So go to the internet. I will tell you here very clearly. Let me open the Google Map. For example, there is a data. Okay. So let's go to the United States. So for example, American. So in the Kaggle only, there is a data basically. What is the data means? Very best data we are having. The point here is, let's say there is a supermarket in America, which is known as the supermarket name is Real Canadian. So in India, the DMart is very famous now. In the same way, in America, there is a supermarket called Real Canadian. It's a very big supermarket basically. Let's say, for example, everywhere the supermarket is there in America. Let's say it is there in Washington, in Oregon, in California, in every state, Mexico, Florida, Texas, New York, okay, Pennsylvania, North Dakota, South Dakota, everywhere the supermarket is there. In every state in America, in every state, that particular supermarket is there. Imagine how much data will be there. Sir, no? So how much data for all the branches data, okay, into end data. But here the point is, all the years, no, only 4 years data they are giving: 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. So they established the organization in 2011. So 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. 4 years data. Okay. 4 years, all the states. Imagine I'm targeting only state. In every state, there are cities. Different cities are there, different branches are there. Okay. So 4 years data is available for us. 4 years, a very good supermarket data is available in front of us. Okay. Not only state wise, region wise also. Okay. Region wise, city wise. Okay. Everything is there in the Kaggle. What I will do, I will download the data. I will download the data. Okay. What we have to do as a upcoming data analyst or data scientist, what I have to do is I need to find out which state is having high sales, high profits. What is the reason? Okay, what is the reason for the high sales and profits in that particular state? Some other states also will target, which are having low sales and low profits. What is the reason? in every year, which month is important. Okay. In these data, mostly November, December only the sales will be, profits will be what? Because of Christmas. January, February, it will be worst. Okay, we need to target on those 2 months. What is happening? Which product is selling more? Mobiles are selling more, chairs are selling more, tables are selling more. Which one? And why? Okay. Suppose if any business person is there, they will target the city wise or region wise. For example, Ambani is there. How he will target? He will ask in South India what is happening. Yes or no? He won't ask like in Hyderabad, in Telangana, in Hyderabad, in the KPHB colony, what is happening. No, they won't target like that. So in the region, in the South region, what is happening? The same way here also, region wise, what is happening, state wise, what is happening, city wise, what is happening. Okay. Number three that we need to keep in mind, in India, DMart is running. Rich people will go to the DMart, poor people will go to the DMart, middle class people will go to the DMart. In America also, rich, poor, middle class people will get. Yes or no? But according to their convenience, according to their terminology, they are divided into three groups. Here, rich, poor, middle. There, they have divided the people into three groups. One is consumers. Here, consumer means what? Let's say here, middle class people are there, no? So they are target on middle class people. వాళ్ళ అక్కడ consumers ని పిలుస్తాం. Okay. So consumers, if they do their own small jobs, small kirana shops or something like that. They own business. Okay. Those people are consumers, like middle class people. Corporate people. Corporate means IT job people. Okay. IT job people. And the third one is nothing but home office. Home office people. Home office means work from home kind of people. The people who are staying in the home, they have their own business. Those kind of. So, which normally consumers, corporate home offices. Consumers means middle class, corporate means IT employees, and home offices means you can mention them as a rich people. So let's say DMart, rich people will come out, middle class people will go DMart. So now all the middle class people will in the DMart on the Saturday or Sunday. Yes, sir, including. So here also same story. So here also consumers will have the more capability. They will spend more money on the sales and pay. So that we need to analyze everything. So they have divided the data, the people into three different groups: consumer, corporate, and home offices. So we are having everything. Okay, everything. So from where we will get this data? Normally, you tell me. From where we will get this data? For example, just a minute. Yeah. From where we will get this data? Calculate, no? Sir, no. You need to have the data. In my laptop, data is there. But in your laptop, so you need to get the data, right? So what you have to do? Go to the Kaggle, go to the search option, type superstore. If you type the superstore, lot of supermarkets are there. So go to the data sets option. Lot of supermarkets are there. But what I need, page number 2, I will go. Lot of data is there. See? Can you see here? See here? Really? Can you see? So this is the data. This is the supermarket data I'm going to target. So now what I will be doing? I want this data. I already told you, click on the download option. So give some name or use the same default name, whatever you want, or give some name to identify. So I will give like real supermarket data and make sure from now, okay, you know, whatever you have done, okay, fine. But you becoming to the real time, you know. So if you're writing a name, make sure that you don't write like the words individually. You need to use underscore. If there is underscore only, the files will be uploaded to the production level. There is no underscore, it won't go to the production levels. Okay. So that you need that you practice from now itself. Okay. So let's say this is the data. I'm going to right click on it. So see, I'm having the data entry. So I'm having the data. So this is the data. Now what I have to do? I need to target the data. I need to understand the data. And what I have to do? I need to start doing the analysis with the help of tab. Okay. Now, very simply, what I will do, I will give the data, whatever the data that I have downloaded, I will give to the table. So, using the table, what I will do, I will slowly start doing the analysis. So, from every report, I mean, for every visualization, we can pull lot of information, not a basic, like every information we can pull out. So, finally, we have the data in our laptop. So, we'll start doing the analysis from tomorrow. So first class now, so I'm taking only 1 hour 10 minutes. So daily the classes will be 1 hour 50 minutes on the tablet. So exactly 7:30 to 8:45. After that, I will be available for 30 minutes. There is any doubts you can ask me, or else after 10 o'clock, mentors will come. After 10:30, mentors will come. You can come to the office and you can clear the doubts also. Okay. And also the point here is, let's say, materials. Okay. From now, every material is very, very important. Okay. We'll upload to the drive. We will be giving to you. So if you want to download the recording, whatever you want to do, you can do it. Or if you want to maintain it online, it's your wish. If you want to download, you can download and you can keep safe side in the laptop means you can do those things also. Anything, whatever you want, you can do it. Okay. So any doubts in the section? So this is number one. Number two, let's say there is no need of buying anything. Travel. So a lot of people will watch the YouTube kind of videos and they will buy the services. So don't buy anything. It's a high cost. You can do it for free. So definitely you can do it for free. Online people, any doubts still here?
No.
No, come on.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. We'll catch up tomorrow, same time, and we'll discuss the Tableau installation. Yes, Kiran. We'll connect to today afternoon in the mentorship section. We can sort it out.